Notice there would out this way. So we shall see what happens when I go there. It's not this way. Okay, so basically nothing happens. It's just like, you can't go that way.
I'm coming for you! Leave it to me!
Actually, just do this 3
Alright.
times.
Took you down. The rest to me. I did it.
Still haven't figured out exactly how those counter actions work. Let's go ahead and do that one since they're all grouped up.
All right.
That should more or less get rid of most of them.
The rest to me. I did it.
Hopefully don't get countered this time. Nope. It's gonna happen again.
I feel too hot. Let's go.
Who knows, maybe it'll be different if I use this move. Nope.
Leave it to me. All right. Use this. Powering up. Yeah. Ha. Home run. It's over. Whoa! Victory!
Alright, there we go.
Leveled up.
Casually done with that unneeded battle now.
Let me see.
I always click the wrong buttons for the menus. Let's see. Don't think we have the status effect anymore. But the DLC has come out that allows you to get the different costumes, so let's take a look at the other ones. Get a look at everything on this one first now. Then you got your swimsuit because reasons. And then we got the alternate version of the original costume. Looks pretty nice, I say.
This This'll do.
Alright, and we got our costumes for her as well. I like that. And then the alternate colors for this as well.
This'll do quite nicely.
That rotation is quite fast. Let's see. Alright, now to get back to doing this thing we call progressing. Alright, so let me move through a bit more. And then we're gonna stand about right here, because we have an event in reality, as you can see there. So let us begin, said reality event. The arms of the clock were pointing to 6:45 a.m. The sky was turning white from dawn, and I could see a beam of sunlight peeking through the curtains. Aggle Inc. had ordered an immediate halt on development on the VR MMO, or VR, actually, MMO, RPG, World Odyssey, which meant that its servers were deactivated. But I discovered that Shina Nanomiya, the game's director, who had been missing for a year, was stuck inside of it. I immediately called Sumika Toika. Hello, is this Tokiwa? Tokiwa. It's me. I found her. Shina, the girl who went missing. I finally found her. I'm sorry I can't come to the phone at the moment, but please leave a message at the beep. Tokiwa, it's me, Mizunaishi. I discovered Nanomiya's whereabouts. Call me as soon as you hear this message. Phew. Oh. I should show Lydia the updated character model for Lily, to see if any other NPCs had the same alterations made. Pigtails, huh? She looks more like a Harajuku girl than a princess. That's an interesting term. Mizunaishi. Remember Lily's original design? I remember her hair being far more primped and blonde, a style befitting a queen. Oh yeah, huh? Well, I don't remember the details for every single NPC we've made. Lily's current design is cute, but the fact that she's changed so much throws me off. Do you think this has something to do with the bugs? Probably. Maybe the assets for her character model got shifted or something. I should ask Lydia, our character designer. I should give Lydia a call too. I sure hope she's still awake. How weird, it went straight to voicemail. Maybe I should try calling again. Huh? Lydia, is that you? The number you are trying to reach is busy or is located, or is in a location with poor reception. Darn her, she probably overslept. Because we've got the day off today. That's not exactly what it says, but, you know, close enough. I bet you anything she spent all night binging some anime, then decided to use the rest of the day recovering. I should just send her a screenshot over a text message. If she's in charge of character design, then she'll know if any other characters have changes similar to Lily's. I opened the window, and the fresh morning air came drifting in, cleansing my room. I'm beat. I take solace in that she's alive and safe, but I won't rest until we know where her body is. Sheena, where could you be? Real world. Here you can view Arata's inventory, skills, and whatever information you have gathered. Trigger events by speaking to people in order to obtain useful information. When you have gathered enough info here, allowing you to progress further. Now let's get to the map event. Excuse me. Alright. Enigma Games.
7:30, huh? When was the last time I came into work this early?
I can't get a hold of either Sumika or Lydia. Neither of them have responded to my text, and the SMS isn't showing them as read. I didn't feel like going back to sleep, so I found myself heading back to the office. Today was supposed to be my day off, but I don't really mind coming in. Every other department has team members who come to the office on their days off, bouncing from cubicle to say hello. Either they must be lonely, or the office is more of a home than their actual home. If I had to guess, it's because the atmosphere here reminds people of a college club or something. Must be nice.
Oh well, we still have company. Hopefully Sumika and the rest of the team are already in. Huh? What's going on?
Not to brag, but Enigma is located in a wealthy financial district amongst a smattering of tall high-rises looming over Tokyo. Our company only has a staff of 30 people, yet we've got a fancy building right beside my stop at the train station. Our CEO is a wizard programmer who made his fortune in the gaming industry before founding Enigma. He played it smart by choosing not to have our company expand too quickly, opting instead to invest in a great work environment for his staff. His philosophy is best summed up as an elite environment for the elite team. Shopping mall nearby. It's nice to see our company logo on one of the swankest buildings in town when I enter. Today, however, my normal commute was interrupted by the sight of what appeared to be news reporters and cameras.
I missed something?
Hello, sir. Do you work here?
A flurry of microphones were aimed towards me by reporters, followed by their eager cameraman, as I found myself suddenly surrounded.
What's the meaning of this?
You work for Enigma, right, sir? Can you spare a minute to tell us if the recent crisis is in any way related to your company?
Huh?
Japan's financial stock exchange has been totally shut down, which has sent ripples across stock exchanges around the world. Can you explain what this image might mean?
Hold on, wait just a second. It's true, yes, I work for Enigma, but I don't know what kind of crisis you're talking about.
So you do work here? Does your company accept the responsibility for the financial crisis? Maybe there are hackers in your very own department.
Hang on. It's Tokiwa. She sure picked a perfect time to turn her phone back on.
Hello? Arata, what the hell did you do?
Not you two. What do you mean what I did?
Breaking news. We just got an update on the mysterious cyber attack that has put financial institutions worldwide in total meltdown since this morning. Earlier, several PC and cell phone users began reporting abnormal malfunctions on their devices. Many users reported having opened an email from an anonymous source that unleashed a vicious strain of malware. Nearly all PC users report total system shutdown, but the true extent of the malware's effect has yet to be uncovered. Businesses throughout all of Japan have been temporarily closed as a result of the total computer, vehicle, and market failures.
I watched on a big telly screen as breaking news echoed grandly over my bewildered head. I couldn't believe it, that something was able to monopolize the operating systems of every digital device on Earth was baffling. What was most terrifying about it, however, was that it seemed totally random. The news reporter was quick to blame this attack on some hacker, but I wondered why the reporters were at our doorstep. What could it all mean? Just as I thought to shrug it off as nothing, I performed a double take to what I saw on the screen.
Our only lead as to who might be responsible for this scandal is a mysterious image that displays when the virus infects any device. A connection has been made between this mysterious image and an online game that was canceled nearly 2 years ago. Local malware. Only time will tell if the software company to whom this mysterious image is attributed is responsible for this devastating outbreak.
More. I need more.
Huh?
It made no sense. The image displaying on the featured victim's hacked device was clearly the login screen for World's Odyssey.
What's going on?
Hello? Where are you right now? Did you see the news report?
Just watched it.
Whatever you do, don't set foot anywhere near the office. It's surrounded.
Too late. Now I'm surrounded.
Why did you go there? Anyways, isn't the mysterious image the login screen for World's Odyssey? Apple's news app is blowing up with coverage right now. They're reporting that Enigma might be involved.
What? That can't be. You'd be stupid enough to use company property to hack the National Stock Exchange.
True. But we can't deny our affiliation if they're using company assets. The proof is in the pudding. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a search warrant out for us. You need to get the hell out of there this instant.
But I didn't do anything wrong. Why do I have to run?
It's a national holiday. There's a chance that you could be arrested before any law office in the country will take your case. If they force a statement out of you, it could spell the end for our entire company. Do you want that on your hands?
Hey, who you got on the other line there? Are you not grasping the severity of this scandal? It could result in a total economic meltdown. Hey!
Jeez, shut up. This bastard's just trying to rile me up. Journalist, I tell you.
I just got word that one of our reporters has gotten in contact with a supposed employee of this company. So we'll report back very soon.
Hurry up and get out of there. I'll call you again later.
Got it.
Oh, hey, wait!
Just a minute. Please, sir. We need a statement from you.
Government leaders worldwide are expressing extreme and unanimous discontent towards the culprit of this cyber attack.
Our country has no tolerance for criminals who resort to cyber terrorism. Whoever they are will be charged to the fullest extent. I urge the responsible parties to heed my warning. We will find you, and you will be imprisoned. Turn yourselves in.
What was going on? This all had to be one big nightmare, right? I uttered this sentiment to myself as I ran away, aimlessly. Each breath I took was more pained than the last, like a crescendo of a bell ringing in the pit of my stomach. I felt panic and sweat drip from every pore of my body, and my head spun from terror. It only took 3 hours for the cyber attack to affect devices worldwide, from midnight until 3 a.m. Who or what was capable of attacking electronic devices on this kind of global scale? Normally, firewalls are strong enough to protect data entry for any normal PC or cell phone. Hacking every PC and cellular device simultaneously would be impossible, unless you were a mad genius. But even as my lungs struggled to draw breath, I had sprinted as far away from the reporters as my legs would take me. A series of questions swirled in my anxious mind until I finally managed to find my way home. Hello, this is Tokiwa. Sorry I can't come to the phone at the moment, but please leave a message at the beep. Darn it, Tokiwa, I can never get a hold of you. Nor can I get a hold of anyone else. Gosh darn it, what's going on? Because the login screen for World's Odyssey was plastered on every screen on account of a global cyber attack. Internet forums began connecting the dots and determined Enigma was at fault, wasting no time to bash our company at every opportunity. To make matters worse, Aggle's news division made sure to deflect blame from themselves and blasted it towards us on their broadcasts. For a second, I was sure that our CEO would know how to pivot from this controversy, but his hands were understandably tied at the moment. He always mentioned how his dream was to make the world a better place with our games. What can I do? Oh, what do you know? You can actually press triangle and display a list. Well, back to progressing in the game. Yeah. Try switching to this and seeing if, I mean, of course, it increases my stats a good bit. But I'm curious to see how much stronger it makes me towards enemies. Like, it's only about 40 more attack. So I want to see if it's actually noticeable.
I won't lose. My turn. All right.
So let's just do regular attacks.
Out of here.
Ready for battle.
Deleted. The rest to me.
Let's do a regular attack as the last one.
Yeah. Damn. Victory. Let's go.
There you go. Casually get some SP back.
All right.
Actually, you know, let's see if we can get a knockback.
Hey. Ha. See? Out of here. I'll handle this.
Or knock below, rather.
Blast off. Woo! We won. Keep at it. Tremendous.
Yeah. Wrong one again. Okay, and so let's switch back.
This'll
I
do.
believe that's what I was using. Yeah. And now let's see if it actually makes too much of a difference.
I'm coming for you. Leave it to me. All right.
So just do regular attacks.
Hiya! Top.
Okay, so it makes some difference, but like,
Blast off.
with stronger enemies it shouldn't really do too much.
I did it.
Let's get him going this way to get as many bugs out of the way as we can.
Yeah. Damn. We performed our duty. Well done.
I'd say I'm gonna go ahead and run with this because it doesn't actually change the damage too much. Just gives more survivability. Shouldn't be able to go up this way. Yeah. Excuse me. So the only thing we can do is go this way.
I'm firing off.
Looks like an event. Don't think we can go this way. No. So it's straight for the event. Alright. Yeah, not really gonna do many of the sounds. Just because I can't really do them justice. They're too powerful. What are we gonna do about all these martyrs? What do we do, Sheena? I see, it's just like... I mean, I'm fine with what we've got in inventory-wise, so...
I won't make this easy for you. Let's go.
Let's see. Take a look at these. Doesn't look like there's any specific shape with the bugs, because sometimes they make a specific shape. Not that the shape they make matters or anything. Alright, so let's get some knock blows going. Okay, so we've still got that in effect, so I don't need to boost my physical attack. Just boost magic just because.
I've got your back. Come on, let's go. See? Got him. Let's go.
Looks like this guy doesn't move too much knockback wise. Than a regular attack. Perhaps he'll move further this time since he doesn't have bugs to go through.
How's this?
Nope.
Victory! Well done.
Hey Lily, you okay? Yes, somehow. What? Did something just spew out from the martyr's mouth? Whatever it is. It sounds heavy, doesn't it? Look at the way it glows. It radiates with color. almost like a rainbow. Whoa, the stone. It's moving. Huh? You're right. What could it be? It must be the source of the corruption, the actual bug that's been driving these monsters to the brink of insanity. More like a parasite. A parasite? Yeah, they do that noise like all the time. I don't really need to do that. Huh? What's the matter, little one? Something's wrong. It's the parasite. They're staring at it. Oh. I wonder what they're about to do. They immediately bolted over to the parasite and began feasting on it. Hey, don't do that. They do it like every time though, so. Wait a minute, I've seen this before. Numbing. You'd think they were famished. Look at how eagerly they're wolfing it down. This parasite seems to operate similarly to how these bugs do, by finding a host and siphoning away its energy as substance. Sheena's bug did the same thing with the executioner. Maybe they have a preference for eating one of their own. You mean like cannibalism? Right. But don't you remember, Sheena? It wasn't until after your Entoma bug ate the executioner that you transformed, thereby powering you up. No, in fact, I barely remember anything about that day. All I knew was that I started feeling a massive stomach ache, and before I realized it, the enemy was gone. I watched that unfold. It was a tantalizing display. You looked beautiful back there, Sheena. Oh, really? Yes, I found myself entranced by how gorgeous your attire was. I mean, you were always stunning, of course, but this was no exception. But Sheena was wearing nothing. I can't get myself to utter those words aloud. How can I possibly tell her that the image of her half-naked body is burned into my mind? What's the matter, Lily? You look beet red. Nothing. Don't mind me. Well, anyway. Let's find more parasites for the bug to feed on if we can. As of now, it seems that their most recent meal bore no change. However, depending on what parasites they consume, it might boost you again. Which leads to a whole bevy of new questions. I should look more deeply into this. Okay, I don't think we... Okay. Can go this direction. Let's see what's here. Nope. There be a wall. Let's go over here first, see if there's any items or anything.
What could this be? What could this be? This might do the trick.
Palace key 2. Man, these are some some grand stalls.
What could this be? This might do the trick.
Palace key 1. Don't need to fight every enemy. It looks like it could be destroyed with a special ability. Let's see if we can get this item and things. This scene without aggroing that enemy.
What could this be?
This is... Okay. Is this painting real? My word, look at the attention to detail, it's extraordinary. I thought for a second that I had to click X to advance from the picture, but nah, it just seems like it takes a minute. This isn't a painting, it's called a photograph. The image is burned onto a roll of film. Film? Photograph? What are those things you speak of? I have never heard of them before. You found a photo? You startled me. Oh, sorry, Lily. Wait, how did you find this? Sheena, give it here. Okay. This is somewhere outdoors. Whose photo is this? I feel like I've seen it before. There seem to be odd-looking monuments arranged throughout this image. Might this be the work of a royal sculptor? Oh, that's called a slide. Wait, isn't this Yamabushi Park? Yamabushi Park? Yeah, it's the kind of place they talked about in urban legends for being haunted. How would a photo of the park exist on this side? What? Is that true? Afraid so. In fact, Tokiwa is the one who showed me this photo. It's practically famous. See, look, there's a shadow behind the slide. A creepy woman lurking in her kimono. What's going on? Just throw the picture away. Why would you even say that? Are you alright? Lily, Mr. Enigma is bullying me. What? You call that bullying? Sheena's so adorable. Don't worry about a thing. I'm right here. There's nothing to be afraid about. Thanks, Lily. That's so sweet of you. Unlike Mr. Enigma over here. I wasn't trying to spook you out. I'm just pointing out how strange it is that a photo from an old ghost story would somehow generate in World's Odyssey, you know? Generate. Uh-oh, we're speaking too openly in front of Lily. Well, for starters, everything you're saying is whizzing far above me. Yes, of course, I find it fascinating too. Only artists from where I was born can use it. Amazing, don't you think? Quite. I cannot help but marvel at this portrait. It takes my breath away. Perhaps if this technology were able to reach Heartus, then I could speak with my father whenever I wanted to. Lily. My apologies. I was feeling overly sentimental. No, don't apologize, Lily. It's natural for you to express worry about the king. Let's do what we can to save him. Thank you, Sheena. Mizunaishi, what do you make of the photo? Well, it's difficult to say. Images like that don't just appear in-game. This is far too specific to have been a random bug or something. At the moment, there's not enough information for us to explain how this could have happened. I think the sun's peeking up on my side. I'm going to do a bit of digging to see how the photo got here. Maybe, just maybe, it'll provide some clue as to how we can find where your body is, too. Thank you so much, Mizunaishi. I'm counting on you. Leave it to me. I believe that goes in the... once again, wrong menu. I believe that goes in the key items thing. Where did I find that thing again? Yeah, whatever. I can look for the specific menu where you check key items later. got another event in reality. Based on the fact that there's another event in reality, I'm pretty sure that I can't move forward here because, yeah, there's this wall here, so after I do that event, this is probably the next wall that's going to go. Because I can't.
What could this be?
Okay, never mind, I can go through here. Let me see if any other doors opened up too, just because. Like that one over here, perhaps.
I'm firing off.
Okay, no. Well, let's go ahead and look through the door that I opened. This one should be the one that requires a special ability. The one that I'm passing on the map, I believe. Now let's see. Okay, there's an event if we go here, but let's do the reality event first. Just because. And then let's go to Yamabushi Park and see what's up about that photo.
I just remembered that photo Sheena found inside of World's Odyssey. Tokiwa had mentioned something about how the park was a hotspot for bloggers to post about their scary experiences there. I think it was called Yamabushi Park. Maybe I can pull up some information about it online. Huh? Why are there no search results? That's weird. I mean, it's been featured on reality TV, so I know I'm not making things up. Oh, no hits. Freaky. Wait, this park is a few blocks away from the office. I might as well check it out for myself.
Luckily, there was no one hovering around my home. The press doesn't seem to know where I live. Yet. I kept myself discreet as I crept over toward Yamabushi Park. No. Oop.
So, this is the rumored haunted spot, huh?
I don't believe in ghosts, nor am I interested in proving their lack of existence. However, even for someone like me, there was something in the air, something cold, bitter, lingering in the stillness of this decrepit park.
Yep, the slide matches the photo. There should be a shadow just behind here. Just as I thought, nothing.
I tried standing in different locations, trying to look back and forth at the photo and the park to make sure I was gazing from the right side. For some reason, though, something turned in my stomach, as if there was something steering me away from recreating this haunted photo.
Maybe I should go home.
Oh, did you come here to take pictures too? Ugh. Sorry, did I sneak up on you? My bad. I'm Anjo. I'm a barista at the cafe across the street. You heard of it? It's called the Night Owl.
Cafe?
There he was, a dorky-looking gentleman with a smile as full as his gut. His eyes glowed with kindness, and for whatever reason I felt like I could trust him.
Hi, I'm Mizunashi. Sorry for screaming.
Please, it was my fault for startling you. It seems like lately, there have been swarms of people trying to take pictures of the park. I just figured you might be a horror junkie like me.
Oh, well, you see, I actually was interested in taking photos of the haunted park.
I see. Are you an artist or something, Mizunashi?
Oh, not an artist. I do work in a creative field, though. I'm a video game programmer.
Video games? It's amazing! I'd be happy to help you in any way I can.
That'd be great. I was looking up some info about this park online, but would you believe it? I can't pull up a single search. I swear I couldn't avoid reading posts online about this park at the beginning of the year, but now, poof, nothing.
So you've noticed too.
Huh?
There's a global shift occurring, my friend. One that is being carefully orchestrated in our corner of the world. Only the chosen few are granted the chance to witness it unfold. You're a lucky man, Mizunashi. The online occult communities have been buzzing about this phenomenon since forever. But all of a sudden, every article, blog post, or photograph related to it vanished. It sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's true. According to some rumors floating around, all online search engines began censoring any results related to this unknown shift. Those words were later referred to as the truth fragments. Only those in possession of them know how the world really works. Supposedly, the human brain can't even process this information without entering catatonic shock. There's some fishy stuff going on. Honestly, we're probably better off not knowing what goes on behind the curtain of this world. No one person should be burdened with that. Consider that Yamabushi Park is one of the truth fragments in question. Now, my friend, you too know the truth.
Your face is a little close to mine.
Oh, pardon me. Listen here. Be careful not to stick your nose where it doesn't belong, okay? These truths are hidden, and people want to keep it that way.
Okay. I'll be careful.
This Anjo character was soft-spoken, but he was conniving, or convincing, nonetheless, not conniving. Don't know why. I was thinking of that word. His words were coaxing me, seeping into my brain with a sincerity. All of a sudden, it felt like something cold had touched my neck, and my entire body shivered from fear.
Kidding. Huh? I scared you pretty good back there, didn't I? I was just messing around. Sorry about that. I, myself, love a good conspiracy theory. Anything to get the old noggin working. How crazy would it be if ghosts really existed, right? You see, we horror junkies can't get enough of cryptids and conspiracies. Especially when given the opportunity to give fresh faces like you a real good scaring.
I'll pass on the scary stories for now. So, is there any chance you could tell me more about the slide?
I'd hate to be the one who spoils the surprise for you, but I guess I owe you for pulling your chain earlier. Would you mind letting me borrow your phone?
Sure.
He took my phone from my hand, walked in front of the swing set, and put the camera into position.
What do you make of this?
Hey, that's it! That's the angle! Looks just like the photos I've seen of this place.
Cool, right? Then you just push the shutter button and... ta-da! One haunted photo coming up.
I don't believe it. I could have sworn that really was someone's shadow underneath the slide.
Right? You see, the trick is...
This time I walked straight toward the slide. Anjo walked along a similar path, but instead of stopping where I have, he stopped in front of the grassy area.
Boom, right there. Getting this small rock in the shot. From this angle, it looks like any old park. But if you lean this way and get the lighting just right, then ta-da! Doesn't it look like someone's standing right behind the slide?
Are you for real? Wow, that's exactly it.
Once you know how the sausage is made, it's a bit like, oh, really? Still neat though, right? The only thing mysterious about this is the question of when this rock was placed here. I don't think this park originally had it. I don't know if it was unlawfully dumped or if someone put it here after the fact. Maybe, though, a UFO dropped it off here. If you ever want the scoop on more stories like these, go ahead and pay me a visit at the cafe. Have a nice day!
After he said his piece, the man walked briskly towards the cafe across the street.
Well, that was informative. But I still have zero clue why that photo would have appeared in World's Odyssey. Or am I any closer to finding Sheena's body? The untrained eye can see the ghost. The trained eye knows how it appears. I can't believe that the ghost was just a rock this whole time.
Upon closer examination, on the rock I noticed some etchings on it.
What's this?
There were 3 rows of text, seemingly engraved by hand, though they were crudely written, perhaps done so in a frantic manner.
That Anjo fella didn't seem to notice, but... well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to take a picture for reference. Huh?
Something clicked. I'd seen a string of letters like this before, but where? It was on the tip of my tongue, but I couldn't, for the life of me, remember where I'd seen them before. The inability to remember was driving me batty, but I finished checking the rock and decided to head back home.
Holy smokes! There's a string of text engraved in the rock. It looks just like the sections of code that I see in the bug text for World's Odyssey. Would you look at that? What the hell? It's written to the T. Before, I couldn't do anything to alter the bug text directly. If I replace that text line with this code, what'll happen? What the? It disappeared. It can't be. The entire bug text just corrected itself.
Yes, that's right.
Mizunaki, can you hear me? Are you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was distracted. Oh, Sheena, I just had a massive breakthrough. I was able to debug a line of code that I thought wasn't fixable before.
Really?
This should come in handy for you later.
Mizunaki,
Hmm?
thank you.
What's gotten into you?
Whoa! What the?
It sounded like someone was pounding on my window with enough force to shatter it open. I immediately drew the curtain back to check, and saw that the pane had been cracked. Then I poked my head out timidly to check on the veranda, but nothing else had been broken. Not knowing who might have been behind this abrasive statement left me deeply unsettled.
What was that?
I was being submerged into some kind of desperate insanity, one I couldn't explain. As I held my head in my hands, I noticed something peculiar. It was like the window pane had been shattered into the shape of a spider's web. Now to get on to this event. What do you know? The enemy can just casually come out.
This is troublesome. Leave the rest to me.
Let's see.
I did it.
Well, regular attack. Let's get some SP back before we do this stuff. Just knock him into that.
Right there.
Ready for battle.
Performed our duty. Leave it to me.
Let's do depression.
I won't go easy on you. Brace yourself.
Alright. Now I should be able to just do regular attacks.
Here you go.
Off these two.
Time to repent. Think you can run? Not yet. Victory! Well done. Keep at it. Onward.
Alright, there we go.
What could this be?
I guess I can open that door. Let's go do this event over here first, though, just because. Gob gob. Gob gob. Gob gob. What the? What's going on? Gob gob. I think they used to be members of the palace guard, but their attire is different now. Just a hunch, but I cannot say for certain. Why do they look like they're melting? Perhaps they are being slowly consumed by the Entoma. Most victims of the Entoma have become crippled, but I never could have foreseen anyone suffering a disfigurement to this degree. Why don't we try approaching them then? Sheena, would you mind checking if they're able to converse like normal NPCs? Sure. Excuse me. How did you put this murdered with hanging on detective and near have a rubber kind of what I do for the mix. It's no use. I have no idea what they're saying. At least I can get a response out of him this time. Wait, did it just try again? This time speak slower. Excuse me? Could you, say that again? Gob gob. Gob gob. Alright. We've got two separate choices here. So, let's save, because it allows us to do so. Alright, and now let's choose the first option. I tried saving them, but it was naive of me. Tentacles were wrapped around me, constricting me as I gasped for breath. Soon, I couldn't move a muscle. And that's why saving's important. But good thing it lets you save during some scenes. Otherwise, man, there would be a lot of times where you just died and had to go back. And now, this time, let's do the proper option and abandon the NPC. It appears as though it's making an effort to communicate with us. Oh well, let's move on for now. No investigate, so I can't open that door. But I can go this way. Oh, that's quite an interesting looking enemy. Let's see what's around here, though, before we go to that next event. Just to see if we can... So we can open this door. Can we open this one? Ooh, we can open this one too. How cool. And we get an item out of the deal. 9,000 any. Pretty nice. Another key. Unlocking more area to move around in the palace. Quite nice.
What could this be?
Perhaps another key? Okay, yeah. A rusty key.
What could this be?
Ooh, we can open this door too. So many doors. I want to go back and fight that other enemy though, because we haven't seen one like that one yet. Real quick. That's one of the doors I opened. Alright, now we shall fight this thing.
Ready for battle. I won't go easy on you.
Alright. See if we can finally learn that new move from V-Star Hounds. Let's see. Try and get the 3 of them. Yep.
Right there.
Quite a powerful attack.
Victory! Leave it to me.
Let's see if I did this twice. I learned that move, I believe. Does this do? No. Okay.
All right. See? Home run! Took you down. Hooray! We won! Getting stronger.
Let me check the equipment real quick. I even have the XP increase, but... Okay. Oh, wait a minute, was that door? Huh. I see. It opened that door. Didn't notice that. Basically, just to get a loot back, I suppose. Just trying to see if I could get around so I could do the shooting for a good encounter. but whatever. We've seen this layout before. Let's get our corruption up.
Ready for battle!
Oh, that's good enough for now. Let me move real quick a little bit more, just to make sure I'm not on any bugs when we make more of them.
This strategy should do the trick.
My turn.
Okay. We've got that. Yeah, just gonna
Alright.
do. Ah, I see what I did there.
All right.
Just gonna do that. Then see if I can get both of them. It appears I can. Then direct them that way.
Took you down.
Lily, are you okay?
Lose hope. I did it.
And I can just go over here.
It's going to be okay. Thanks. Focusing on you. Leave it to me.
Let's get a bit more SP.
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Just triple attack these ones. And then let's see if we can knock them into Lily for a knock blow.
Hey. Got him. I'll handle this. Blast off. Oh, victory! I've got so much left to prove.
Alright, nice, nice.
What could this be?
Let's go ahead and go through here and get this event too. What's the matter? I'm overcome with guilt. About what? Look at how much damage these bugs have done. Destruction waits for us around every corner. This isn't the kind of world I wanted to create. I want to fix this. I want to restore our original vision for World's Odyssey. Yeah, me too. Before we can do that, though, we need to find a way to get you out of the game. Are you okay, Sheena? You look upset. Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. You're so good to me, Lily. Oh, of course. Eureka. That's what's going on. I'm sure of it. You scared me. You shouldn't shout out of the blue, Mr. Enigma. What's going on? I was checking on some of the program code and I noticed that each time you defeat a martyr, the bugs are slowly being purged one by one. Just as I had hypothesized, the so-called parasites have been assuming control of the martyrs. That have been assuming control of the martyrs are the bugs we've been looking for. So we should continue letting our Entoma bugs eat them to bring things back to normal. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, Mr. Enigma. Sheena, what do you mean by bugs? Oh, well, all the broken, distorted locations we visit are the result of the bugs brought on the world by the Entoma Scourge. So, the Entoma that we often speak about is actually just another form of bugs that have messed with the natural order of things here. I still don't follow what you're talking about. Is the Entoma not an expression of divine retribution? Nope. Mr. Enigma and I have been looking into things, and it seems like the mysterious events of the last year are the result of these bugs. So by getting rid of the parasites like we did earlier, it seems like the damaged, distorted landscapes are now repairing themselves. Our wish is that sometime soon the bugs will disappear altogether. Oh, so if the bugs disappear, does that mean the curse of the Entoma will be lifted forever? Yes, yes, yes. And just because we get rid of the bugs, however, there's no guarantee that things will return to how they used to be. Also, for the time being, we have insufficient data to claim that getting rid of the bugs will stop the Entoma. Sorry for the false hope. Don't be. Any possibility is more than enough. If there's even a sliver of hope of lifting the Entoma, then I'll do whatever it takes. I vow to you and to the people of our world. Okay then, I vow to help you too however possible. In any case, keep up the good work, everyone. Continue defeating the martyrs to feed our Entoma bugs whatever parasites we can find. With more data at our disposal, we can plan our next step. Okay. Wonder what other doors we can open with those keys. Well, let's keep moving forward. This way. So it looks like there's an event in there. There's a camp there. Okay, so there's a chest over there. Just trying to... Now it looks like he's running so fast, but he's just moving so slow. It's like, yeah, that really doesn't match up with how fast he's actually going. Oop. There we go. That should be a good encounter.
Attacking first. Leave it to me.
Oh yes, look at him all perfectly lined up to be chucked.
All right.
These guys don't seem to get knocked back too much, but if we can, we shall see if we can... Nope.
It's over.
I mean, at least he moved.
The rest to me.
At least he moved. Now let's see if we can get as many of these guys taken out as possible. Let's get a bit more corruption.
Ready for battle.
What about, okay, the blue ones only give one. Ah, I was just trying to get 69, but of course the blue one's the only one that gives a 1. Whatever.
I did it. Focusing on you. Ace. Time for liftoff. Victory.
Let us knock
All right.
this bug into that bug. Should be close enough for a knock and blow, probably. Nope, not close enough. But we still hit the other bug, so it's still a win.
I did it.
Should be nothing in the way here, though, to get that knock and blow.
Focusing on you. Thanks. Time for liftoff. Not yet. We did it. Great work, everyone. Let's keep at it.
Wait a minute, is there no door? Okay, I mean there is, it's just you can't open it.
What could this be?
Once again, the wrong button. Alright, let's see how that sword is compared to the silver brand. Okay, so that's better than it.
Hope this works.
But of course,
Hope this works.
the bug swatter is better than both.
What could this be?
Alright, let's see.
What could this be?
Alright, so we can open that door. This should be the special ability door, I believe. Yeah, so can't open that one yet. But since we've found a way back down, let us see if we can open any more of the doors down here. Pretty sure we've got most of them that way. Yeah, whatever, we'll just go back up the stairs. We've got all the important ones anyway. See if there's any new quests or anything.
How might I be of service? Right. How might I be of service? Take a gander at the goods on display.
What about any new items?
Is this okay? Thank
Okay,
you.
that should be good enough.
You called for me. Were you interested in selling some items?
Sold a Beast Clan scarf because it's not really useful for anything other than selling.
Is this okay? Thank you. How might I be of service? See you around.
Now let's see if there's any events at this camp. Guess not.
Proceed.
Let's get ourselves a save. And event.
What could this be?
Oh, we can open this door? Okay,
What
now.
could this be?
I see. Looks like the event's right there.
What could this be?
Doesn't look like that enemy's moving, huh?
Let's investigate.
This looks like a diary, but the binding is unlike anything I've ever seen. Huh? It can't be. How did this get here? Is something wrong? Take a look at the cover. Diary, 2017. Wait a second. This says Anno Domini, right? Yeah. Lily, what is the current year? The year is 206, Hardest Era AD. What's going on? If there's something peculiar about the diary, would you mind filling me in as well? Well, this diary is something that should never have been here in the first place. Wait, Sheena, I don't know if it's a good idea to tell her about the real world. She may be an NPC, but there's no telling what her AI could do under the influence of the Alice engine. It's too risky. Worst case scenario, disrupting her sequence could allow us to clear the game, but it might not trigger the ending engage. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll try to think of something. Oh, well, Lily, in the same way that the photo we saw earlier was something that could only be found where I was born, this diary is too. I see. Wherever you are from, it sounds like an advanced civilization. Yeah, but normally my people are very secretive, so it's rare that we'd find technological artifacts outside our borders. Which is why I was bewildered to find this diary left on the floor like this. Anyway, we'll have to drop the subject for now. Our priority is reaching the king, so let's go. Okay, it looks like the enemy's doing some moving now. See if we can. Darn.
I'm coming
Just
for
trying
you.
to avoid that fight.
Leave it to me.
Not too good at avoiding. Actually, let's do that. Yeah, that should be good.
Got him. Toledo. The rest to me. I did it.
Let's get that corruption up.
Ready for battle!
Right there. We performed our duty. Leave
Not
it
too
to
shabby
me.
out there.
think... Yeah, they put the same radius.
Alright.
Sorry, so let's see. Can we get the heal? No, we can't get the heal and hit the enemy with this sequence of attacks. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, just making sure. Just casually made a Venn diagram with that.
No use. Oh, victory! Getting stronger.
Hmm.
What could this be? What could this be?
I just got a new bow.
What could this be?
Alright, let's see if that bow is better than what we've currently got. Not really, but if we want to be faster above other things, we can use that one.
What could this be?
Just got this box in here.
What could this be?
Of course.
Steal your nerves. I won't go easy on you.
Okay.
I did it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well put.
Finally.
Right there. Leave it to me. Take that. It's over for now. Leave it to me.
Been trying to get that skill for ages.
All right.
Let's get that SP up.
All right, leave it to me.
I think that's... yeah, that's maximum.
I've got your back. I can win this. Activating. I can win this. See?
All right,
The rest
keep
to
going.
me. I did it.
These blue ones only give 1 corruption, but they give more SP, so...
Damn! Not yet! We performed our duty. Great work, everyone. Am I getting stronger?
Now, let's see if we can get more doors and more items. More so the items, though. Doesn't look like there's any in here. Let's go ahead and fight that guy, just because.
Perfect opportunity. My turn.
That's a Durgan. There's a Durgan afoot. Let's make sure we're in Not messing around, then. On account of Durgans.
All right. Yeah. Out of here.
All right, leave it to me.
It's over. The rest to me.
Alright, it's all good. We took care of the Durgan. Oh, I haven't gotten that skill yet. I don't think there's any for combining those two. Interesting.
I did it. Focusing on you.
Let's see if we can get the next level.
I got it. Focusing on you.
Yes, brilliant.
We performed our duty. My
All right,
turn.
keep going.
All right. Use this. Powering up. I've got your back. I can win this. Hiya! Top. I'm going in.
Like a pinball machine.
Woo! We won. Getting stronger.
Alright. I don't think there's any items in these little tooth sort of balcony things. Okay, so that's clearly the door we're probably meant to go through. Make sure there's no other items we can collect before we do that.
What could this be? Let's investigate further. What could this be?
Wait for that other one to pass. Nice. No items for me to get here. Let's get another save in. Because it's probably going to be a big event when we go to the king's room. It would only make sense.
I'm firing off. I hope it's something
What do you
good.
know? Items to pick up in here.
What could this be?
There wasn't any along the sides there. Yeah. Just making sure.
What could this be?
Any items on this part? Doesn't look like it.
What could this be?
There is where my father... I mean, this is where the king is. Let's go inside. What is this? There are faint blue letters spelled out. Is that some kind of force field? Mr. Enigma. These letters, we can't proceed through here. This must be some kind of bug. I don't recall generating a player wall beyond this point. He said bug again. I'll have to check the source code. If I can find where the error is, then you should be able to pass through without a problem.
What could this be?
That points back to a reality event. Yep. Let's use an item real quick. Get some SP back. No. No, it's fine. I'll just leave it that way. I don't have very many of the small ones. I should buy more of those. Alright, let's get that reality event done. Let's see where we're going. To Taikiwa Town. That was a long loading session. Wow, I fell asleep again. Good thing I set an alarm. I wonder if she's doing alright. Why don't I check in? Sheena, I've got some news for you. Mizunaishi. I've been doing some more digging about whether or not it would be more efficient for us to find your body, or if we'll have to proceed with the ending engage. I have faith in you, Mizunaishi. Sure thing. So how are you holding up? Everything's good on my end. My skirt feels a bit loose, but that's about it. Sheena was on screen, and she grabbed the edge of her skirt and began swaying. You know, what is it? Why don't you show me something? What? You discovered something out of place in the game, didn't you? That diary from 2017. I want to take a look inside of it. Same goes for the haunted photo of that park. I've been trying to put two and two together, but some eerie stuff is happening on this side. I thought I'd look into the diary as well, but hey, are you listening? Mizunaishi, would you mind not trying to give me a heart attack over here? What's got you so upset? You asked to see my diary, right? Well then, go ahead. For some reason, a gentle blush appeared on Sheena's cheeks, which she pouted as she held the diary open for me. Thanks. I'll hang up for now. Just keep up the good work in there. Got it. I wonder why she felt so pouty. Oh well. I began looking through the pages of the diary, reading the handwritten text as one normally would. But as I flipped through the diary, its contents were becoming more and more unusual. To me, it looked like the work of someone suffering a psychotic breakdown. They're coming. They're coming. The window's broken. There's no light. I've been holding my breath. How did it know that I was here? It's coming. It's coming. Coming. It's coming. It's... Come. Come, 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 come. Come, come. Don't open the door. Don't open the door. Please. Don't open it. Don't open it. I'll kill you. Tokyo, Sagami City. Takaiwa Town. 23-9. Sakaki Apartments. 204. Shuzo Kitamura. These scribbles are weird as heck. Wait, there's something scribbled in the end here. An address. Is this a real apartment? This journal that had been seemingly generated inside of World's Odyssey had an address written from our world, so I looked it up. To my surprise, it was real. The address's location was approximately 10 minutes away from my apartment by bus. The rush of adrenaline made me sick to my stomach, but the picture of the park came to mind. There was no telling what I would find, but if it brought me closer to solving what was going on, I'd have to make the trip. This is the building. Sakaki Apartments. From the outside, it looked no younger than 60 years old, and I was afraid that it would collapse before I could take a look around. Room 204, right? It didn't seem like anyone still lived here, but it wouldn't hurt to knock. Behind the front gate was a small courtyard leading to the apartment's main entrance. The door was decorated with 6 heavy glass window panes and an old wooden handle in the center of it. I tried grabbing the handle. Oh, it won't open. Locked from the outside. I guess no one's home. Can I help you, young man? Oh, sorry. Do you live here? Yes, I'm the landlord here, or used to be. I plan on demolishing the building sometime soon, since no one lives in these apartments anymore. I see. Well, I dropped by today because I was hoping to scout out the building. Oh, you too. Are you a manga artist or a reporter or something? I don't want to be rude, but I guess it is what it is. Lately, we've had a lot of visitors looking to document other people's misfortunes. But since I plan on demolishing it anyway, it probably doesn't matter. Misfortunes? Did something happen here? Oh, I thought you came because you knew. Knew what? Oh, my apologies. Sorry about that. No, I don't mind. Sadly, the other day, there was a murder. A murder? Yes. Once the body was discovered, the police force-taped everything off, and then came the flood of reporters. It was all over the news. Worst of all, this wasn't the killer's only stop. It sounds like there were other victims in some of the nearby apartments. A breaking and entering situation. A guy was the serial killer. However, since this place was pretty run down and people were moving out left and right anyway, the victim was one of the last tenants here. It was the straw that broke the camel's back for my building. No one was going to move in here. Word gets around pretty quick, you know. With that said, I've decided to sell the land. If you want to snoop around, then you've got 10 minutes. If it's too dark, feel free to switch any of the lights on. Thank you. You're very kind. No problem at all. The building's getting torn down next month anyway. Years of memories. Gone in a flash. I gotta hit the bank. So I'll be on my way. Feel free to check the place out. Oh, and one last thing. When you're done, do me a favor and lock the doors. You don't have to wait for me to return. Oh, sure thing. Thanks again. The landlord curled her lips into a weak smile and left without another word. I had assumed that the previous tenant's belongings had been cleaned from the room, so there was no threat for theft or whatnot. I managed to pry the poorly designed door open and walked into the stale, musty hallway. The smell of arid decay filled the dark room. I covered my nose as I turned on the light. 204. The room must be on the second floor, right? I traveled up the staircase, each step creaking underneath my feet. A discolored, faded placard was located in the center of the door. 204. This was supposedly the room where Shizo Kitamura had lived, at least according to the diary. Even with prior approval, I felt somewhat guilty for entering someone's old home. I wiped the sweat off my brow and shouted, despite not expecting anyone to answer back, "Excuse me." Paper blinds were taped over the windows, leaving the room dim and vacant. The air was stagnant, eliciting a wrench from me before I covered my nose with my sleeve. There was a prevailing scent of mildew on account of the leak in the ceiling, of a leak in the ceiling. My face and hands felt sticky from the humidity, and that only made me more uncomfortable. Phew. Well, I was expecting a pool of blood when I turned the lights on, so that's a relief. Like I expected, all of the previous tenants' furniture had been cleared from inside the apartment. It was eerily empty. Welcome back. Did I just hear a voice, or was that someone outside? A sudden chill crawled down my spine. I thought for a second that I had picked up on a brief whiff of blood inside the stale, lukewarm room. I've got the creeps. I need to take a photo and hightail it out of here. Huh? What happened? Ah, the lights. I turned on my phone's flashlight and tried flicking the light back on. However, no matter how many times I jostled the switch, the light wouldn't turn back on. The light went out? It was just on a second ago. Wait a second, is it? Despite my panic, I managed to somehow pull up the screenshot I had taken of the diary to double-check what was written. They're coming. They're coming. The window's broken. There's no light. I've been holding my breath. How did it know that I was here? It's coming. It's coming. Coming. It's coming. It's... Someone is walking down the hallway. If the owner of this diary, Kitamura, was murdered after writing this. I know, it's time to make a save. Because we got choices. And choices mean death. Now it's time to pick the obvious wrong option. It couldn't be paranormal. I can't run away from this. I fought off any doubt echoing in my mind, and I reached out towards the shadow. And the next moment I saw it. I became the shadow-like thing, and in turn it became me, smiling as it left the apartment. There was no one who could save me from this fate. That just goes to show you, don't touch the shadowy man. Just run. Guess I'll run. You'll be killed. You'll be killed. You'll be killed. Where is that voice coming from? I heard it. I know I did. I heard a voice in there. I jumped out of the room, sprinting down the hallway, and tripping with nearly every step. Yeah, okay. I mean, three pants was enough. Crap. This is no good. Oh, done so soon. Yes, excuse me. Without a doubt in my mind, I saw it. When I jumped out of the room, I saw it lurking in the corner. A human-shaped shadow, like a black mist, hunched over, glaring back at me. I ran back home and immediately sat at my computer. I tried looking up any articles related to the murders at the Sakaki apartments, but it was just like the photo of Yamabushi Park. What the heck was that? However, it wasn't until afterwards that I'd been confronted with something even more terrifying. When I looked back at the photos that I had quickly snapped, I found another mysterious string of letters. It had to be related to whatever had been occurring inside of World's Odyssey, right? The two worlds were now bleeding into one another, a tangled web of insanity that was engulfing every aspect of my life. Its tendrils were spreading, infiltrating my reality to an extent that I couldn't control. Back to World's Odyssey. Let's get another save at the save point. Just in case there's a big battle or something. Or another choice. I know that the little blue things respawn like after you leave an area and come back. Okay, so they don't respawn, like you have to leave like the entire area.
What could this be?
I see. I can see. Gods no. That's not it. I might as well ask my sheep to do it for me. But not a single one will march onto the Ark. Huh? Father? Is still struggling with his sanity. Father. Oh no, Lily, wait. I believe if you casually turn around, you get a...
Shayna, what are you doing? Go after Lily!
Okay.
Scene.
The door, no! Lily! Lily! Please let me in! Lily!
Seriously?
Begone, foul devil! Child of sin and discord! I shall banish you to the depths of hell, and strike you down with my iron hammer! Repent for your sins against the divine, I shall pray for your soul! Soldiers, show this sinner no mercy! Heavens, grant us the strength to punish those who defy you!
Father!
Submit to the Lord's will!
No more! Please! Have mercy! Lily! Lily! Open the door! Please!
The devil must be killed 3 times for its soul to perish for eternity!
The door's opening! Lily!
Sheena, don't look!
Submit to the Lord's will! Stab her. Stab her. Only with a body cleansed by our blades will she enter the gates of heaven.
Lily! Lily! You've lost your minds! You monsters! How could you do such a thing?
Who dares interrupt our ceremony?
Crap! Sheena, get out of there! The palace is done for!
The door's closing!
What?
Execute her. Slice into her bowels and rip out her entrails for all to see!
Sheena, run!
So-called subjects dead. The land, once fertile and brimming with life, withered to nothingness. Die! 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 Die!
You get that horrific death end if you turn back at that moment. But if you remember, in that first stream I did about a week ago, you're rewarded for the death ends. This is from that death end earlier when we talked to the thing. Those things that went gob gob, that's where that death end came from. That's what we just got there. Wonder what I missed there. I'll have to figure that out. At a later point. But let's see what we got from those events. The Shadow Ring, I think. The Heart earrings. The strange diary. So those are the items we got. So let's put the strange diary on for some more health. See if we can get something more versatile than just defense. We'll save that for someone else. It's good enough for now. More SP, more attack.
This'll do quite nicely.
Anything that's like straight up better than this? No. Alright.
Let's investigate further.
I've already been through that, so... Hold on. What was it? Okay, yeah, squares I skip. And now let's not run away. Lily, no. Watch out. Father, it's me, Lily. I'm so sorry if this comes as a shock. I became so consumed with worry about you that I had to escape prison. I accept any and all punishments for breaking the law, but before that, though, I just wanted to see you for myself, Father. Lily, are you alive? Huh? Yes, I'm safe and sound, Father. Hope is falling in short supply, Father. Your people, our people, need you to rouse them. They depend upon you. How are you alive? Huh? The kingdom is dead, our soldiers dead, your so-called subjects dead. The land, once fertile, brimming with life, withered to nothingness. You are the one who murdered my wife. Off with your head. Is that the king? We were too late. The king's mind has deteriorated beyond recognition. His body simply followed suit. No, that can't be. Father. Yeah, that's a lot of agony noises. So, you know, whatever. You know, can't really do those noises justice, so not even gonna try. Just what the heck is that thing? Lily, get back. Ah. Lily, snap out of it. What am I to do? It's trying to eat the king. Father! No. Let me go, Sheena. Father! Father! You can't get too close to him. I know it's hard, but the king is no longer... Lily, is that you, my child? My sight has been stripped from me. I've become hard of hearing. Father, are you still in there? Is that really you? Your heart brims with love. I believe that you could never have murdered the Queen. I always knew, but my will is being manipulated by larger, more sinister forces. You must forgive me, my child. I am truly sorry. Father, war accomplishes nothing. It is a virus that consumes you, that strangles your wayward heart until it's too late. Once the evil takes hold of you, the crown will lose its power. The kingdom will sink beneath the ground, and our future will fade into darkness. Lily, gazing upon your gentle face makes my heart swell for the last time. I have wanted to apologize for so long. Father, take care of this kingdom and its people. Lead them into a better tomorrow. Do not make the same mistakes as me. My beloved daughter. Father. I mean, at least it let him finish. At least it let him finish his speech. It's coming. Get ready. Lily, hang in there. You have to stand up, for the king's sake. I'll avenge you, Father. What the heck? This has to be the work of some third-party hacker. Or maybe that monster is the result of some kind of bug mutation. Gosh darn it. It's bigger than any Intoma we've seen thus far. Maybe Intoma Queen would be an apt name for it. No? Huh? Why Queen? Well, she's enormous. I'd liken her to a queen bee, or perhaps an ant queen. Let's destroy it. Huh? Lily? And thus we fight the first Intoma Queen. Let's get that corruption up. Let's give ourselves a... Give ourselves a big heal.
All right. Hey, come on, let's go. The rest to me.
Alright, so let's see, let's touch the blue one for some more SP. And touch. Alright, touch one more blue one. There we go. Get ourselves the glitch form.
Brace yourself.
And now it's time to one-shot this thing. Just straight up one-shot it.
Here you go. This is just the beginnings. This is just the beginnings. Don't be fooled.
Ah, darn. Of course.
All right, keep going.
I guess the game doesn't take too kindly to healing. Oh yeah, I forgot that. cursed skill just casually makes your corruption level stay still. No matter, we can still let's go with that.
Yeah.
Impressive that you can still knock it back so far. Should be able to get... Alright. Now use an item. 100, 300. Well, I mean, if we have so many of these, so...
I did it.
Let's get him in the... Move up just a bit more. I mean, at least those attacks are giving us a good bit of corruption, or at least some of them are.
All right. The rest to me.
Okay, so that's what those do. Actually, let's just do medic.
I did it. Focusing on you. It's going to be okay. I'll get you next.
Honestly, still don't understand entirely how the whole knockback thing works. Should be able to end this with a corruption attack, though.
You're mine. Hey! That hurt. Does it? Go! Took you down. Woo! We won! All right! I'll work harder.
Did we do it?
Lily, are you all right? Yes, somehow. Look, there's something floating. It looks like a light.
It doesn't seem to resemble the parasites that we found in the past. Would you mind grabbing it for me?
Just a moment. doing?
Wait, Buzzy! Don't just scarf it down! Stop!
The best buggy feasts.
Oh, man. Damn thing must have been starving. Sheena? What's the matter? Snap out of it! Sheena!
Oh. I casually didn't expect it to just drop the voice acting like that, but I mean, it happens. Sheena. Mr. Enigma, Lily? Are you alright, Sheena? Can you move at all, or are you hurt? How many fingers am I holding up? Mr. Enigma, you don't really have any fingers, but I don't think I'm injured at all. I see. Man, don't scare me like that. You really freaked me out back there. I'm sorry for worrying you. Huh? I was dreaming. Dreaming just now? Everything went black, and I was all alone. I dreamt I was stuck by myself in some sad place, hugging a tiny ball of light. A sad place? Can you be more specific? I don't know anything else, just how it felt. Does the place seem familiar to you at all? No, but I couldn't help but feel nostalgic nonetheless. I see. Sadness and nostalgia. My guess is that your lost memories are returning to you in fragments, slowly but surely coming together. Sheena, I'm so glad you're alright. Hey Lily, right back at you. How are you so noble and brave? The king, I mean, your father, couldn't be saved. Yes, he... Yeah, I mean, I can't make those noises and make it sound good, you know. So, just casually not gonna. Lily.
Lily, are you holding up okay? Yes. Please excuse me for losing myself. You don't have to bottle up your emotions. Crying when you're in pain is perfectly normal. In fact, you're welcome to lean on my shoulder whenever you need it. Thank you so much.
Princess!
Chief Knight Gilsura? You've brought the others, too. Were you alive this whole time?
Yes, milady. By the time we had arrived from our expedition, the palace was lost in a state of turmoil. Although we were able to get to the king's chamber, it was horrific in there. Forgive me, milady. Where is His Majesty?
Allow me to explain.
And who might you be?
Let's just say that I'm a friend of the princess. who helped her dispose of the monsters inside of the castle.
Oh. Then you have my thanks for aiding the princess.
Oh, well, I'm just relieved that it doesn't seem like you're about to whisk her away back to prison.
Don't remind me.
I'm happy to hear she still has allies. Let's cut to the chase. The king and all his guards were murdered by a swarm of martyrs in Entoma flooding the castle.
What? Is that true?
Yes, it is.
This must be some sick joke. How am I supposed to take some charlatan dressed in a bear costume seriously? He's playing a trick on us.
That's right! How dare you claim that His Majesty is dead!
Calm yourselves, men. Hold your tongues.
But I...
Princess, does this bear speak the truth?
Yes. I was present when my father passed away.
Very well.
Okay, let's discuss what should be done next. Lily, what is it that you want to do?
I wish to carry out my father's will and rebuild this kingdom for the good of my people. Before I can do so, however, we must rid our world of the Entoma. What occurred here can never happen again. More importantly, we must discover what became of the other survivors from the attack 1 year ago. I feel so powerless, though. I have no faith in myself to defeat the martyrs or the Entoma on my own. So, I must ask a favor of you all. You are journeying to find a way to destroy the Entoma once and for all, right? Would you mind if I joined you on your journey?
Not at all.
Of course you can. In fact, I thought you'd never ask. Oh, but if you're the queen now, then wouldn't the kingdom need you, Lily? Gilsura,
Leave everything to me. We shall await your safe return patiently, Your Majesty.
I appreciate your understanding. I promise that I won't return without a solution to deal with the Entoma for our people.
Good luck out there, milady. We'll be on our way now.
Man, that guy was intimidating. Talk about convincing character design.
They're gone. Yes, the kingdom is in good hands. There are many citizens whom I trust to lead our people, who have withstood the madness of the Entoma. Got it. In that case, Lily, let's get out of here. Okay. Oh, Lily, you're such a sweetheart. There. Oh, what's gotten into me? I'm sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. Being your shoulder to cry on makes me smile. We can do it anytime you want. Do what anytime I want? How forward of you.
We should head out soon, yeah? I don't want to interrupt another lovey-dovey moment, but there's still a lot we need to cover.
Lovey-dovey? I'm so sorry. Huh?
Okay, so we're currently heading for the mystical sky capital, Odyssea.
Odyssea? I thought the mystical sky capital only existed in legends. The land nestled above the clouds, yes? Does such a place really exist? Of course it does. This might sound like hearsay, but there are plenty of records about people who had reached it in the past. According to folklore, the gates to Odyssea will only open for whomever can defeat Heaven's Messenger. For now, our best shot at removing the Entoma would be to purge the martyrs and the rest of the bugs from this world. Still, we might not have time to remove each and every bug we find. If there really is someone there in Odyssea, then maybe we could convince them to reverse the Entoma. But Heaven's Messenger was the beast responsible for the Entoma Scourge, right? How do any of us stand a chance at defeating it?
About that, if God himself spawned this beast, then it could just as easily be resurrected. Either way, dead or not, finding it might be the only chance to enter Odyssea. We need to do whatever it takes to get in.
That's so cool! Huh? You've lit a fire inside of me. I can't live in fear of Heaven's Messenger if you're by my side. You're amazing, Sheena!
She's squeezing my hand. Lily seems awfully determined.
It's settled then. Sheena, do you know the shortest route to Odyssea?
Oh, I know. In order to reach Odyssea, we'll have to access the terminal. First, we need to reach Rosaria Forest, where the elves live. Rosaria Forest is just beyond Hardis's neighbor, Sturfel.
All right, let's start there. Time to make our move, everyone.
Yes!
Sheena? Are you a master adventurer?
Oh, not at all. I'm kind of a beginner, actually.
Then how you know the path to reach Odyssea?
Well, because I create...
Sheena?
What? Oh, I meant I studied a lot of books detailing Odyssea's history.
I see. You've developed a passion for traveling that stems from a healthy thirst for knowledge. It seems I've got a lot of reading to do.
That was a close one. Thank you, Mizunashii.
Jeez, think before you speak next time, okay?
I'm sorry. Mizunashii. About Heaven's Messenger. We never programmed any monster capable of doing catastrophic damage like that in World's Odyssey.
Wait, do you mean to suggest that Heaven's Messenger has been corrupted by bugs too?
Not corrupted by the bugs, but maybe it was the catalyst for where the rest of the bugs are coming from. I mean, none of the strange happenings occurred until after Heaven's Messenger ripped the sky open.
Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. For now, we'll have to progress through the game normally and reach Odyssea once we've dealt with Heaven's Messenger.
Roger.
This trail should lead us right to Sturfel. I'm so excited. Okay. A little excitement is well and dandy, but don't let your guard down, okay? From what I can see on the world map, there are no towns between here and Sturfel, and the topography readings tell me that there are mountains on all sides of you. The entire area is swarming with bugs, so be on the lookout for martyrs. Just be careful, you two. You're not coming with us, Mr. Enigma? I have to take care of something, but I'll return later. Just so we're clear. Don't become lazy and let bugs ambush you while I'm gone, got it? Hey. He left. Where does he get off? Sometimes Mr. Enigma is such a jerk. I mean, he said he had to take care of something. But I think he was just trying to warn us, no? Even so, he could have been a little nicer about it. On top of that, he completely cut me off and disappeared before I could get my word in. Talk about rude. I wonder if he hates me. It doesn't look like that to me, or to, like, literally anyone else. From my perspective, the two of you seem really close most of the time. Enigma's always looking out for you, Sheena. I can tell you care a lot about him, too. No. You can't just ship two people together without any development. That's bad writing. Huh? Bad writing? What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Generally speaking, a writer is a storyteller. Maybe calling them a bard would be more appropriate. In other words, a writer is in charge of the show. Got it. That's right. That's beside the point for now, though. Come on, we need to make progress to show Mr. Enigma. You're right. Another close call. Lily might be an NPC, but I'm starting to think she might be too clever for me. A new area that looks relatively the same, possibly? No. No. Nope. This is... Yeah, this is that same area. Of course, there's no such thing as a new area that looks basically the same. Everyone knows that.
Right. Sounds interesting enough.
Subjugate. Okay, so that's in the next area. Well, I just so happen to have webs. That just doesn't come until later. So we gotta get to the next area, the shipyard.
You called for me?
For that one. See if he has anything new. You shouldn't poke your head into suspicious rooms.
Take a gander at the goods on display.
Let's buy ourselves some more. Was there like any... Okay, so you just gotta... I mean, I don't really need that many, but I just wanted to see if there was any quicker way. But it seems like it goes pretty quick on itself. You know, let's get up to 20 of those. Just because. Oh, that's a new sword. New bow. We already have that bow. Little spear. That's clearly for the next character. It's clear that, like, it wasn't expected that we'd go to a shop before going to the next area, since you can see this item right here that's clearly meant for the next party member.
Is this so? Thank you. You called for me. See you around.
Let's update the equipment. Except this sword is... It's got 17 more attack, but I'll lose those other stats.
Hope this works.
Lose a bit of HP, but it shall make the magic attacks go up and regular attack up a little bit more. I mean, losing 80 health is
I've made up my mind.
a sizable amount, but we can just get more health from something else if we really need it. Let's see what we've got that increases health other than the Brawn Ring. Nah, you know, I'm fine. We're gonna level up more anyway. So 80 health isn't that bad of a loss. Especially not with the other perks. Sheena, look, over there. Huh? Oh no, there's someone collapsed on the ground. Is it a girl? Let's go.
Hey, are you okay? Wake up! She doesn't look injured. Do you think she might be... She's breathing though. She can't be any older than 10. I'm 15. Huh? 15? She's conscious! What a relief. I don't look that young. My mistake. Forgive me. For thinking that you're 10, I mean. If you don't spoil me, though, I'll pout. I threw a mean tantrum. Got it. There's no need to pout, okay? What in the world is she saying? We found you lying on the ground, though. You gave us a good scare. Are you okay? No. Oh, tummy and back feel so achy. I just want to roll around and lounge over there. What? You must be famished. Here. Do you want some of my bread?
Bread.
Bread? Gimme!
It's what we all seek. We all gotta get that bread.
Thank you. Much better. Glad to hear it. My name is Sheena, and this is the reigning queen of Hardis. Hello, I'm Lily Hopes. You're a queen? The choice to be here is mine. I'm not here on royal business, so you needn't tense up around me. In fact, I would greatly appreciate it if you just called me Lily. Understood. Thank you. And what might your name be? The name's Alastra, but Al will do just fine. I might not look like much, but I'm an adventurer. What? This is Al? Her character model looks totally different too. Man, I had no idea you could collapse from hunger. Talk about a nightmare.
Must be a abundant resources if you had no idea that you could collapse from hunger.
Where were you two heading anyway?
Then again, the knowledge that you could collapse from hunger isn't too important anyway.
We're currently on our way to Odyssea. Oh, no kidding. Hey, wait a second! No way! Odyssea? Are we talking about the mystical sky capital? The land nestled beyond the clouds? Yeah, what about it? What? If that's where you're headed, then that must mean... could you be... a real-life adventurer? In the flesh, color me impressed! Impressed? But aren't you an adventurer too? You see, I'm more of an aspiring adventurer than a practicing one. It's been my dream to travel the world. You have no idea how jealous I am of you. I've got more than enough grit to become an adventurer. I just wish I had the means. Nothing should hold you back from seeing the world. Really? You think I really could? Of course I do. Besides, you never set any kind of restrictions for explorers in World's Odyssey. So, Miss Al... just Al is fine. Miss is way too formal for me.
Just Al, then. What inspired you to become an adventurer?
When I was growing up in Sturfil, I had the pleasure of hearing all sorts of stories from people traveling in and out of our town. I spent most of my life seeing and meeting explorers, you know. Being an adventurer is the only dream I've ever had.
How exciting!
In that case, here's a piece of advice for you. All you need to become an adventurer is a bit of perseverance, a little luck, and a big heart. Wow, she's beaming. You two are my heroes! Please, please, please let me join you!
Huh? Join? As in, you want to accompany us on our journey?
Yep. I, Al Astra, am indebted to you for giving me food and stalwart advice. Please, allow me to repay you by fighting alongside you. Please, can I? Please, Sheena, Lily! Food and stalwart advice? It was just a piece of bread.
What if it was fate that brought all of us together? Come on, Sheena. What do you say?
You have a point. Welcome aboard, Al. Yay! All right, Al. Do you think you could help us by showing us the way? Our next destination en route to Odyssea is the dense lush woods of Rosaria Forest. If I'm not mistaken, we need to pass through Sturfil to reach the forest. Since you grew up in Sturfil, I was hoping that you could guide us through. Guide you through? Wait, you mean like we're on a quest or something? Yep. Consider this your first real quest. Show us what you've got, Al the Adventurer. Wow! Leave it all to me!
Oh. Dropped the voice acting again. Sheena. What's the matter? What's your plan once you make it all the way to Odyssea? Good question. My first order of business is to defeat Heaven's Messenger, and hopefully lift the curse of the Entoma from this world. Ow. That's amazing. The kind of stuff they talk about in Legends. I'm just speechless. Is there any chance you'd let little old me tag along the whole way? I promise that I'll give you 100%. That's awfully sweet of you, but aren't you only 15 now? I don't know if we could take you somewhere so dangerous. No, I'm going. Well, maybe we can ask your parents if they're okay with it. I don't have a mom or a dad. What? I mean, sorry, I shouldn't have made an assumption about a sensitive matter like that. No, don't feel bad. My parents are still alive. I think. What do you mean, you think? I was really young when I left my parents' house to become an adventurer, but when I realized I couldn't cut it, I came back. One night, we all had dinner as a family. I said goodnight to them, and when I woke up, the two of them were gone. For some reason, the house was in disarray. I checked every room, but I couldn't find where either of them were. Was your home burgled? I'm glad to hear that you came out unscathed, but I shudder to think about what happened. Hey, Lily. This sounds eerily similar to the string of disappearances that happened throughout Hardis, but with a slight twist. Have you had the chance to tell anybody that your parents disappeared? No, I left town to look for them. but then I collapsed from starvation. Don't worry about me, though. I'm sure they'll turn up eventually. Now let's continue on with my quest. Trust Al to lead you both to Sturfill. Honestly, as badly as I wish to see Odyssey, I can't force you to let me accompany you. Wait, Sheena and Lily, didn't you say that there were elves in Rosaria Forest? If so, I recommend that the two of you rent a boat from the shipyard in Sturfill. There's a channel that'll take you straight to the forest, instead of you two traveling through a long, narrow roundabout on land. Oh, there's a shipyard? Perfect. Thanks, Al. That's a fantastic suggestion. How wonderful. I can't wait to get a good glimpse of the sea. I know, plus I saw something weird at the shipyard before, and I want you two to see it too. Something weird, you say? Sure. It could be a lead for a bug. I gotta look into it. Something weird? Intriguing. We need to investigate any potential abnormalities, so I'll let you lead the way. Mr. Enigma. Whoa. What the heck is that? Jeez. Mind pointing your weapon somewhere else? Kids these days. Hey, what did you just say? Just who the heck are you anyway? You think you can just pop out of nowhere and act rudely? Sorry, Al. This little bear isn't our enemy, so take it easy on him. In fact, he's a magical bear that assists us on our journey with his insight. That's quite an exclamation to go with. Oh, really? Really? I'm Enigma. A pleasure to meet you, kiddo. I'm not a kiddo. Don't you dare call me that ever again. Got it? Okay. Mr. Enigma. Apologize. My bad. You're lucky that I'm nice enough to forgive you. All's well and good. If Mr. Enigma is a friend of Sheena's, then he's my friend too. Oh, you're a good kid. Sorry for testing you. Testing? Hey, wise guy, what are you doing? I wanted to measure this NPC's emotional range. Well, would you mind not appearing out of the blue and stirring the pot? Anyways, Al, can you show us the way? Of course. Sturfill, here we come. There we go.
Successful ambush. Leave it to me.
Let's see if any of these are the new enemies that we're looking for that quest. I doubt it, since we're not actually at the shipyard yet. Yeah, no. None of them are. Well, let's get to doing some trally sharps.
All right.
Just to see if we can possibly get wouldn't touch to that thingy. Okay. Do that to get more knockback damage done.
It's over.
A good bit of bug clearing too. Let's do that. Actually, do we? Okay, no, we don't get anything from Medic. Or Medi. Well,
I did it.
actually, we're gonna see if we can get both of them. No, it doesn't look like it, so we'll just do this.
Focusing on you. Time for liftoff.
Excuse me.
Leave the rest to me. It's going to be okay. Focusing on you. I got it.
Nice.
Focusing on you. Thanks. How's this? It's over for now. Great work, everyone. How tremendous!
Nope. Any items around here? Doesn't look like it. Ah. But we've got ourselves a camp. Perfect timing, too. As we're about to end this stream.
Right.
Let's check and see if we have any more quests added.
How might I be of service?
Doesn't seem like it.
To browse my wares.
Wouldn't be any new items or anything added, of
How
course.
might I be of service?
And
See
yeah,
you around.
no new dialogue option. Let us check and see if we have any new events at camp. Alright then. It doesn't look like we do.
Now, let's proceed.
Let's scope out the path a little bit though. Wow. Enemy noticed
Here I
me.
go. Leave it to me.
Okay. What do we want to do? Like this.
All right. Pounce back.
See if we can get a new skill from doing this.
Yeah. Got him. Deleted. The rest
It doesn't look like we're getting that one.
I did it. It's going to be okay. Thanks. Focusing on you. Thanks. Let's go.
I think the chance for getting the new skill from that, yeah, just a little bit higher. But let's keep going with Trally Sharp just because it takes less SP.
I've got your back. Come on, let's go. Activating. I can win this. Yes! Home run! It's over. Let's go.
Alright, let's get ourselves... There we go. So nice. See if Medi Bins does anything. Medi. Of course we knew that wouldn't do anything. Don't think combining these two will do anything. Yeah, pretty sure the only way we're actually getting anything is from medibins. Vistar hands, or Vistar? Just do Vistar. Oh.
I get it.
I forgot that you move the thing.
Focusing on you. I've got you. Thanks. Right there.
Doesn't look like we got the new skill this time either.
Great work, everyone.
All in due time. Alright, let's finish scoping out and getting the rest of the items before the new area. Alright, so we don't want to go that way. Looks like we can go around here. Don't want to go that way either. Well, looks like we've scoped out all we can. Darn. Really hoping I could go through without getting the encounter. Should have known. Should have known it wouldn't have gone that way though. Pretty sure if I could do that attack twice, that I'd get something for it. See if I can combine it with any of the other Vistars. No. So we'll just keep spamming the medibins, seeing if we can get anything from it.
I've got you. Thanks. Focusing on you. It's over for now. My turn.
I do not like you, counteraction.
All right.
Let us get rid of this guy.
Use this. Come on, let's go. Activating, powering up. Hey. Top.
All right, leave it to me.
I don't feel too hot. Let's go.
Okay. And just guard.
Focusing on you.
Since it doesn't seem like it. The game just doesn't want Lily to do any attacking. Clearly. The big enemies, they just don't like her attacking. Don't know what it is.
All right. I've got your back, powering up. Use it. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Top. Let's go.
Alright. So let us get CSP. Medibins. Guard yet again, because I ain't trying nothing with that big guy there. He's just gonna counteraction again. We all know it.
We did it. Let's go.
Trowly Sharp. I mean, I could do Roku dying, but
All right.
I'll try burning it just to see if it like does more damage.
over.
Okay, it does not like being burned at all. Note to self. Burn the thing.
Go.
There we go. Should be able to.
I did it. Focusing on you. Thanks. It's going to be okay. Thanks.
With that guy out of the way, I shouldn't get any counteractions.
Performed our duty. Let's go.
Yet again, we try our trolley shops.
All right.
See if we can get a knock blow, just because.
Activating. Come on, let's go. See? Got him. Took you down.
No.
Woo! We won.
Apparently ground worms do not like to be knocked back. Well, we got all our items. Well, if that's gonna do it for this stream. So, I believe on tomorrow I shall do another one, and we shall go through the shipyard. See you then. Possibly, you know. I know not what you shall do.